let's see what that one has to say today, shall we? And yes, they want me to keep my eyes open, so I will keep my eyes open. I am the one you know of as Jesus, and we're going to do something different today. We're going to have her close her eyes because she wants them closed so very much to make it easier for you all to see her rather than her eyes. So we already know what you all see. You all see the one you know of as Jesus speaking to you. And she says, by all means, do this. If they can see the one you know of as Jesus with your eyes open, so know that. She's going to keep them open for you. So know that. What I will tell you is this is the one you know of as Father God. Father fucking God. Do you know that? She is in a different location in her son's apartment. But what I will tell you is that she is literally still in her son's apartment, waiting on her book earnings that Father has said she is going to get. So what we are doing is literally waiting on the book earnings that you are going to receive from the publisher that we've already mentioned. Do know, dear, that this is Father motherfucking God. So do know this. What I will tell you is that your hair is beyond reproach. It is falling in your face. You can see it. It's much easier, yes, when you close your motherfucking eyes, but we're going to keep them open today. So shall we do something different here? Sure. This is me. See, that's the channeler saying, this is me. Let's do something different, sure. So this is what we're going to do, is have a conversation with motherfucking God interviewing my angel. And that is what we're going to do, is have a motherfucking interview with my angel, who is beyond reproach. She is honest to an inch of her motherfucking life. And she will tell you everything she has been through when Father literally interviews her. I have asked her, dear one, what would you say if you literally got on here and did as you pleased? And she said, I don't know. I don't know. What do I say after all of these years of channeling and literally learning the biz and literally not knowing what to say? Well, dear one, this is Father God. I would like your eyes open at this time. Excuse me. What I will tell you is that she's having a cup of coffee while she's doing this. So we're going to do it interview style. If she fucking wants to have her coffee, she's going to have her motherfucking coffee. She can do that. This is Father fucking God speaking to you. This is what she's going to do. This is beyond reproach, unusual. But she spoke of a medium that she ran across some years ago that literally brought in energies in interview style. And this is Father fucking God here. And she liked that. She did like that style. And literally, lo and behold, we're setting up for that today, because this being of light has her coffee sitting right here. And she wonders, are we getting ready to do something like that? Yes, we are, dear one. And the energies are flowing up and down with dear God doing this for her, because she has no idea what to say to you. She put her information in the About section, should you want to read. but she does not know what to say. What do you say? Literally about your life. And this is Father God speaking. So, I will tell you. This is what she's going to do, is literally do an interview style with Father fucking God. Not the one you know of as Jesus, but with Father fucking God. Shall we? A yes, dear God, we shall. And this is me. Channeler here. Exactly. So now we're going to do this. This is what we're going to do. We're going to have a channeling as an interview. So let's begin. All right. This is what we're doing. This is me, Jennifer. And now this is me, Father fucking God. Now, what I'm going to tell you is that she does not know what I'm going to ask in the least, and she's nervous. Because this is a real live channeling she's going to post. She's going to put it, upload it on YouTube. And she does not know what she's going to motherfucking say, but what she's going to say is motherfucking truthful. And that is truth. So, what I will ask her first is, what brought you to channeling, dear one? And this is Father motherfucking God speaking to you. What brought you to channeling at the very least? All right, so this is the channeler, dear God. What brought me to channeling was Pamela Erlin, who is a channeler, who channeled the one we know of as Jesus. And this was back in 2019. I was literally into religion. I was quote unquote saved by Jesus. And I quit my job. I had just recently quit my job in January of 2019. I was not happy. It was in retail. I was not happy with it. And my husband supported me in literally quitting. And so I immediately quit after 2 weeks' notice at the beginning of January. I ended up getting sick along the way. And it put me into bed, so to speak. So I was watching YouTube. I could not, quote unquote, study the Bible and find my answers there because I didn't know what to do. So I watched YouTube, and I was watching something ridiculous on YouTube, and up popped Pamela Erlin channeling the one we know of as Jesus. And this time, it had popped up before a year ago, a year prior, and I had wanted to watch it because my mother had died, and I was in search of her. Where had she gone? And I was in search of getting connected to her. But up popped this YouTube, and I was scared to watch it the year prior because I did not want to go to hell. You know, I followed Jesus in the Bible. So this time I said, I'm going to watch her. And I awakened spiritually to that channeling, knowing that it was truth. I said, oh my God, this is truth, absolute truth. And at that time, up popped Tina Louise Spalding, the Channeling Eric site, and Alba One. And that led me on my spiritual journey. I didn't know until later that I wanted to be a channeler, but that is what it was, to connect to my mother. Was that good for you? That is good for me, dear one. So know that we will now go on to the second question. Who are you? to literally channel the one we know of as Jesus? Are you somebody who is righteous? No. For righteous, I'm not even sure. This is me, the channel. I know that comes from the Bible. Who am I to channel Jesus? I went in search of spirituality and I cleared my ego. And that is what you do when you go into spirituality. So that is just who I am. I was in search of hearing Jesus in my head, and when you reach a certain level of vibration, you can reach your guides, and that is what I was searching for. And that is all I got for you, Jay, the one you know of Jesus. Okay, so here we are, literally doing an interview style. This is who she is. She's telling you she is not religious anymore. She is not beyond reproach. She is an honest person. And she literally wanted to connect to her mother who died at the age of 18. So this is off the cuff and she forgets to say things. But her mother died at 18 and she literally wanted to connect to her mother. What happened to her mother? And this is the one you know of as Jay or Jesus. And know this, that she wanted to connect spiritually to her mother. Where was she? Was she ethereal? She did not know. But her mother had been gone a long time. She was only religious to connect to her family. That was the only reason she went biblical, so to speak, to connect to Jesus. And this is the one you know of as Jesus. She reached me. She did reach me. And all of you can reach me as well. Just put your right foot forward and connect spiritually. And that is to be quiet within, just within. You don't need to do anything else. Just be quiet within. The answers will come forth. She went to Tina L. Spalding, her website, and she went to Alba Weinman, who is a QHHT professional, her website, because she would show her clientele being taped during a QHHT profession or a QHHT appointment, so to speak. But what she would do is to literally relax. And she feels like she's on Jimmy Fallon or the Tonight Show being interviewed. But what she is doing is being interviewed by the one you know of as Jay. We're introducing Jay to the world through you, dear. I am the one you know of as Jay, not Jesus, but Jay. And I changed the term Jesus because the literal New Testament was not written by anyone good. That is why they changed my name. They changed my name to Jesus from John. I was John, walking on the planet back then, literally awakened to dear God. That is who I was awakened to. Dear God helped me on my journey. And he said, dear son, you must go away and find yourself. Sit and find your motherfucking self. So I did. I got away from Mary. She was Mary in that lifetime. And this is the one you know of as Jay. She was Mary in that lifetime. I got away from her because she was a distraction. She was my soulmate and is in this lifetime. I'm just came back as somebody different in this lifetime, not the one you know of as Jay. So know that. Now, what I will tell you is that she has got her heart chakra going a mile a minute because we do not know where this interview is going, though she finds it terribly interesting that the energies that run up and down through her are literally trying to relax her. Because she is a healer with this motherfucking hand, she literally is drawing the energies from her head out of her heart. This is what dear God told her. Dear one, put your energy hand that draws the heavy energies out of your head over your heart chakra. It will draw the energies out of your head and out of your motherfucking hand. This is the hand that heals in this lifetime. Do you know this? I, as John, could do such a thing back in the day. And she is highly interested in this at this time because it matches the New Testament somewhat. I was a healer, and I am the one you know of as Jay at this time. And what I will tell you is that I could walk up to someone and heal them with my right hand, my right motherfucking hand. When I literally went away to Tibet, I made it all the way to Tibet, around the globe. And I hopped ships, yes. I crossed deserts, yes. I found work to pay for it, yes. You had to pay for your journeys back then, your journey on a ship. The captain expected for you to pay a dime or two for your motherfucking journey. If you're going to hop a ship around the globe, you need to pay for that. So know that. But what I will tell you is that I paid for it. I made it to Tibet. I did not know I was going to Tibet, but I got there. And when I got there, what I found were beautiful people that helped me on my way to spirituality, to help me to literally find myself within myself, not outside of myself. Once I did that, I connected fully to motherfucking God. And this is the one you know of as Jay. Once I connected to motherfucking God in Tibet, I went right back to Mary. When we found one another, yes, I made love to her. Before we got married, I made love to her. I missed her so motherfucking much. Know this. But we got married immediately. Immediately. I had been away on a 3-year journey. 3 years. This lady has met her soulmate. That is the one that played Jesus in that lifetime, yes, or John, or Jay, as we know. What I will say is that they met some odd 17, 18 years ago now. And the last time she saw him was 15 fucking years ago. Until yesterday. She went for a walk around the block, so to speak. And she saw a man approaching her off in the distance. But she was speaking telepathically to her friend, Miss Janae, as we know her now. And I'm not going to tell you who she is any motherfucking more. Go back and watch the other videos. I am the one you know of as Jay at this time. So know that. I'm not going to tell you who she is. She is somebody notable. So if you find this video, go back to all her other videos. It will show you who she is. So Miss Janae and her were talking telepathically because they can. They have awakened. They are the one. Do you know that? Along with Miss Janae's husband at this time. They are called the One. And you're going to have to watch all the videos prior to find out Who is the one? This bitch right here is the one. And she is wondering, is this going to work? Is anybody going to get a healing or a channeling? Because she is a channeling like no motherfucking other. But this is the one you know of as Jay. And this is my soulmate from that lifetime. She was Mary Magdalene. Yes, they made love as soon as they found one another. So when she saw this man off in the distance, she did not think anything of it. She was walking up a sidewalk, took a left, and was talking with Miss Janae. She was in a trance channel state, though, speaking Janae's words and her own, so she wasn't thinking. She crossed the street and said, wait a minute, that man had a salt and pepper beard. And it was gray, and now it's black, but there is some gray to it. He had on his Hurricanes hockey sweatshirt. And she did too. She thought, wait a minute, what if that is him? But she was too nervous to stop to see. And she thought certainly he would meet her around the corner at the end. And there was nobody down there. What he did was turn around and walk back because she crossed the street. So what I'm telling you all is that it was her soulmate, my DNA counterpart, the one you know of as Jay, in this lifetime. And this is her soulmate who played Jay in that lifetime. So what I will say is that she is close to crossing paths, so to speak. And it will happen. It will happen. And she's not sure what will happen to her when she runs into him at that time. But what I will tell you is that he will fall in love with you immediately, dear. You all have had so many lifetimes together. You cannot even motherfucking imagine running into him. This is who you are. You have been Mary Magdalene. Yes. You have been so many beings that are notable on this motherfucking planet. Do you want to know who else you were? Juliet. As in Romeo and motherfucking Juliet. She is a real person in Rome, Verona, Rome. So do know that. He was Romeo, and they were a real couple. They made love one time, and her father was so motherfucking mad. He locked her in her motherfucking room and would not let her out of the motherfucking room until they found out she was not pregnant, because she confided in her mother at that time. So the only thing she could do was go out on her balcony and say, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? And that is the way she spoke in that time, and that is not the way she spoke in that time. But it became a Shakespearean play that Shakespeare wrote about, because it was a love beyond reproach. So dip into that, y'all. But this was one of her lifetimes. Juliet, from Romeo and Juliet. Do know that. Yes, there are other notable characters in the world that you would not believe her soulmate and her literally were. You would not believe it. And please go back to the other videos. We've mentioned a couple. Do. So what I will say is that this was a one and motherfucking done. So how about we continue forth with this interview style, shall we? Yeah, I like it, because then I don't have to think of what to say. I don't know what to say as a channeler to y'all about my life. I don't want to go on and on, but if dear God literally wants me to answer a question, I'm going to answer it truthfully. and fully. And he must know that you all would find interest in it and need to understand me to that degree. So I like it. It's unusual. And yeah, I got my motherfucking coffee here. Mm-hmm. So thank you, the the medium out there. And you know who you are. You live in Minnesota, I think. That literally brings in characters, people, I shouldn't say characters, but people that lived here, notables, and you literally sit with your coffee because I thought of that. I didn't think anything of it yesterday, but I knew that you were somebody I literally contacted. I did contact you, and you did something for me. And I can't remember your name, and I apologize, but I enjoyed this, so we can continue with this style, dear God. See, dear one, that was not hard. And know that people will find out about you, and they will find comfort in you. And that is all we can say. And we will turn this off, and we are complete. So understand you're complete. Okay? So when he says he's complete, he's complete. And this is me, the channel, Jennifer. So I like this. It's unusual. And this, I'm so connected. I don't need to close my eyes, so I hope that you can see the switch in the energies between them. Um, the energies that run through me. Um, Archangel Seraphina, um, the one you know of is Jesus, and to you all, Father God, but to me, dear God, because this is my role. So all these energies are here, and they want their eyes open, so I'm going to do it that way. They want these eyes open, looking at you. Okay, so until the next channeling, we are out. And thanks. Subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. Let YouTube know that you're watching, okay? And thank you. And get a channeling or a healing should you so choose. I understand. Money's tight these days. I truly understand it. And now I'm out.